Hello. This is a short video in MS Paint about explaining the how AMD CPUs work. So, let me start off by grabbing some nice red and writing AMD. There's supposed to be an M in there. Good enough. So, you have Ryzen 1. So, if I go with Zen 1. So what you have here is the Ryzen 1500, the 1700. So these are Ryzen 5. Let me write correctly. Right. Ryzen 5, Ryzen 7, Ryzen 3. You get the drift. Basic, nice, simplistic. Okay. Now moving on to let me double check that these exist. AMD 2700X. Yes, these do exist. So then you have Ryzen or Zen Plus. Zen Plus. So this is not Zen 2, this is Zen 1 Plus. Because they're going after OnePlus, obviously, the phone manufacturer. So then you have the 2600 and then the 30, no, that's third generation. Then you have the 2700 and it still goes by the same moniker of Ryzen 375, and I don't think that there's a 9 yet. Okay. That's very simplistic. Moving onwards, let me expand out this a lot more so that I can use my scroll wheel. So then you have third generation. This is where things get interesting. Things actually get competitive here. You have the Ryzen 1500, the 3700, and I think there's always the X variant in here, which is the fancy version of it. Then there's also the G version as well. I think they are mutually exclusive. You cannot have a G and an X in the same version. The G just means that it has graphics and onboard graphics, so you don't need a GeForce card or something like that. This is also where they had a kind of a fun redesign. So this is Zen 2. So notice how there's a 2 now and a 3 here. That's because they're not doing the 1 plus convention or the what is it? The Intel 14 nanometer plus 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 plus. Moving on. This is desktop cards only. Then you have the 5000 series. So the 5000 series, you have the Ryzen 5500, which is what I'm using here. I have the 5500, it's great. And then you also have the 6500X, and then you have, this is where they first introduced 3D. It's where they stacked vertically some cache, so it looks, here's a cube, and then here's another cube on top. You stack it vertically. They went fancy with it, and this is also Zen 3. Wow, notice how there's a 3 here and a 5 here. Not confusing at all. These are just generations of the core. Zen is the third generation of the core, but it's in the 5000 series. Okay, sure, I guess. Then moving onwards, you have a first major redesign of the socket. So all of these CPUs from here this way is AM4. Then let me do a blue dividing line here. And then switch back to red because it's harder to read. This is AM5. So this is why buying AM4 at the moment is stupid, because no one needs to buy AM4 at the moment, because Ryzen AM5 is out and everything should be AM5 at this point. Don't buy an AM4 based platform. Just spend the extra $15 or something like that. Get AM5. I know RAM is slightly more expensive than DDR4 at the moment, but it'll go down over time, like always. So starting off this generation, I need more room. There it is. Okay, so now you have Zen 4, brand new architecture of CPU core, and you have the 7000 series. Why is there a gap in between it? Because that's their mobile series, because I don't know why. They're trying to catch up with Intel for some reason, which just reset to 0, so I have no idea why they're doing it. It seems to be very stupid. Okay, where's my mouse cursor? And then you have the 6600 or 600 class. Then you have the 700 or the 700 class, or the 770, blah blah blah, and they ditched the 3. So now there is no longer there is no longer the Ryzen 3 is no longer existent at all. It's been completely replaced. Now, since about 3rd gen, there has been a Ryzen 9, which has replaced the 3. Everything has moved up the tier chart because bigger number better, of course. Always bigger number better. And now you have, what is the new one? I think they went back, you can tell my wonderful research here. Okay, computer peripheral, CPU, where is it? Nope. That's the better category. Okay, then I'm going to stop with the Zen stuff because I don't know what happens past this point. Moving faster, you have the 8, so then you have the 8900, and then beyond that point, they switched to logical layout. They have done 3, 8, 9. Wow, they can actually count now. So then you have, let me double check this. So if I just do this, I can validate my info quickly. Good. What is the CPU architecture? It doesn't say. Beautiful. I love this info. Does it say here somewhere? It doesn't say. So I don't know this anymore. Did they mention it here in their press documents on this? No, it doesn't look like they have. No, they just mentioned DDR5. Okay. Oh? No. Wow. Okay, I have found some info. They continue using Zen 4 all the way. Oh, and then with the 800 series, they introduced Zen 4C. Oh, that's backwards. They introduced Zen 4C, which is, I don't know. It's a complicated thing. It's where they try to do the big little architecture that Intel has been doing for a while at this point, and it's just they have a couple of big cores and a couple of smaller cores. I don't really understand it. It should just all be transparent to the final user though, so don't bother with it. Okay, where's my mouse cursor at? And then the Ryzen 9900 and these derivatives use Zen 5, the big ol' 5. So these are 5th generation cores in the 9000 series. This is not confusing at all in the slightest. This is why I like AMD, because they make absolutely 0 sense all the time, no matter what you do, and I just hate it. At least they're more, how do I want to put it? They're better at naming stuff than Apple is with the Mac Pro. Any comments or suggestions? I'm recording audio from Discord. Nothing? Thank you. Okay, that's all.